Hey boys and girls, Mr. Beard here with your class recap for Monday, December 5th. We started today by discussing the Devil and Tom Walker and reviewing those questions we had from Friday. Here are the questions I'm talking about. One says, how does the description of the swampy forest at the beginning create an atmosphere of mystery and suspense? Some great answers we had were the gloomy description of the trees, how gloomy and forbidding they were, and the quagmire of Quagmire, not the Family Guy Quagmire. The quagmire is almost like quicksand in a swamp, and things get bogged down and stuck in them, and this idea of evil pulling, much like Tom gets stuck in a moral quagmire of greed, and it pulls him down to his doom. So all of these combine to create a sense of desolation and mystery. Number two, what details helped you realize that Tom encounters the forest? The character Tom encounters is the devil. A couple things. One, the soot all over him, the red eyes, the fact that he tells you, basically that he's the devil, and he was the lord of the Salem witches. And the key, though, is the supernatural trees he has that represent people's souls. Remember, they had names on the trees. Some were rotten, just like Tom knew the people of town to be rotten. And the one tree that had just been cut down, Tom went into town and immediately was told that guy had died, which gives credence to this mysterious stranger being who he says he is. Number three, how's the devil described, representing the story? What's his name? He gives lots and lots of names: the Black Miner, the Dark Forester, etc. Finally, culminating in Old Scratch. What motivates Tom to resist the devil's offer? Pure spite. Didn't like his wife. His wife wanted him to get the money, so out of pure spite, he said no. As soon as she disappeared, he said, okay, I'll do it. Did he deserve his fate? That's up to you. Lots of back and forth on that. Some said yes, he does, because he knew what he was getting into. Others said no, because the devil can be tempting. He is not especially evil. He just falls into temptation. 6, how is the Devil and Tom Walker a work of romantic literature? Lots of reasons. 1, it has supernatural elements. Another is that it contains this moral story versus a logical story. Well, it's not very logical that the devil would meet someone in the forest. It's more a moral issue, an emotional issue. Lots of different reasons why it falls into the romantic genre category pretty neatly. After going over the questions, we then talked about our schedule, what's coming up this week. The basic emphasis is that we need to get our lit circles finished, and we'll finish up the romantic unit, because remember, next week we begin finals and gearing up for finals on Thursday and Friday. After that, we went over our vocab list. Our vocab list is going to be a little different this time, because we're going to, instead of focusing so much on the lists of words, we're going to tackle how do you figure out words you don't know. On the SAT, when you see a word, you have no idea what it means, how do you figure it out what it is? And there's lots of different strategies we're going to work on from here to the end of the school year. One is word roots. You take a look at the root word and see if you can surmise from the root word what the word means. So our first word list, root word list is here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there it is for you. Pretty self-explanatory. If you'd like to see the visual PowerPoint that went along with it, that is on our class website under class notes. The optional assignment this time is 3D vocabulary, where you'll define a word by getting its definition, which should be pretty easy since the definition is above you, but you also need to include the part of speech. Demonstrate, which means use it in a sentence, and then display, draw a picture that represents the word perfectly. After vocab, we then got signed up for Dropbox, which is a digital way to turn in papers with your lit circle stuff. A lot of that will be digital. You'll want to turn it in. This is just one way to turn it in, and any writing assignments we do here at the end of the year, hint, hint, you'll be able to turn in digitally. And of course, if you have me next semester, you'll be able to turn in segments of your research paper via Dropbox. To do this, simply go to our class website, click on Dropbox, follow that link and install it at home, or you can follow the directions here on this YouTube video that walks you through exactly what you need to do. And that covers what we did today in class on December 5th, 2011. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.